It's the most wonderful time of the... It's team selection time. Happy team selection day. Nick Mazesco alongside my partner in crime, none other than Bomber. Bomber, there's no better time than right now. Because unlike MBL draft time, when people have seen... Everybody is truly 0-0 right now. Nobody has any idea what teams they're going to be. It is as fun as it gets to be a part of a franchise.
And you're going to see some surprising picks here early on. I got a feeling you're going to see Sonny at number 9. You got October at number 5. Slam at number 8. I mean, this is going to be a fun-packed first half of the draft. And then the second half, it's always fun in the second half as divisions start filling up. So really exciting time to be in the MBL. If you're interested in joining, go to our Twitter, our X page, at The Bomber League, and you can see a link there to sign up and get your application in. Make sure you read the rules first, and check us out there on X.
I'm sorry, I was timing everybody out. And now they can't see the stream, which is very funny. Y'all got to give me like 4 seconds to look at the levels. Like, Jesus Christ. I say 2 words, and it's like, good Lord, everyone's low. Can you wait a second? Like, I have to see what the audio levels are. Like, good Lord.
Oh, am I sitting low?
No, it's not you. I just need people to, like, take a damn breath. Like, good God. I got to see what the levels look like. Like, oh.
But it's the first second of the show.
Like, it's the literally have said 3 words, and everybody's on me. Like, Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways. You know what? New plan. I'm not doing team selection. Okay? You happy?
Hey, it sounds loud on my...
Yeah, turn your goddamn headphones up. How about that? Thanks, Cougs.
Well, good to see you there, Nick, too.
Yeah, good to see you. Jesus Christ. Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick and Bomber. Thanks so much for putting this together. We appreciate you guys doing this whole show.
And JB. Shout out to JB.
Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways, it's team selection. You know how this is. Live team selection. We get to have some fun, see where everybody's going to go. And, yeah, I don't know. Should we just get this thing rolling? People interested in getting it rolling?
Absolutely.
This is Premier Protein. Let's get things going. Let me pull open the...
Coconut water. He
and
wasn't
by the way,
gagging over there.
Got to give a big shout out. Yeah, I hate coconut water. Big shout out to our man JB for putting together the graphics for this show. Let's get things rolling. We start off with the number 1 overall pick. It is the Commissioner ISO. Bomber, sometimes you get people in team selection that you're like, man, I have no idea where they are going to go. And clearly ISO was being a complete jackass by giving his top 3 teams as Chiefs, Colts, and Falcons. Planet mocking him to the Texans, and we've kind of thought that ISO's going Texans this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so. I mean, every time we played a scrimmage game, he was the Texans. I don't know where we got Chiefs, Colts, Falcons, but
yeah,
you know that guy that tries to be sneaky, but everybody knows he's where he's going because even Captain Planet knew.
And that is it. Let's make it official. The first overall pick here in Madden 25, ISO going to the Houston Texans. A lot to love about this team. Not going to lie. You got a young quarterback in CJ Stroud. You've got young wide receivers, Nico Collins and Tank Dell, now adding Stephon Diggs to it. You got a young D-line with Will Anderson. I mean, this team's going to be good the entire cycle, assuming ISO doesn't mess it up.
You got a good starting tight end as well, Dalton Schultz, and defensively they're going to be solid. But yeah, I think the pick here was really just Stroud. I mean, this guy's going to be an absolute stud. He can make all the throws. He's got the lofting dead eye.
Yep, Joe Mixon at
CJ
running
Stroud
back.
is going to be... Yeah, he's going to be nice. Only 22 years. Probably the best, youngest quarterback in the league outside of maybe... I don't know how old the Chicago's quarterback is. How old is Caleb Williams?
He's younger, yeah. But he's top 5 youngest quarterbacks, young roster. Should be a lot of fun.
They're both 22.
Yeah. So we moved from one pick that was kind of solidified to another pick that's probably solidified. Number 2, none other than Lip. His top 3 teams are the Steelers. He's always the Steelers. Wasn't there 1 year that he didn't? Was there 1 year that he wasn't the Steelers?
There's a couple years he wasn't the Steelers. You forget about the Jags. Remember the Jags after they made the playoffs that season?
Yeah, that's right.
That phenomenal defense. He's been the Chiefs, and he also was the Bears way back when we first got this thing rolling. A quarterback by the name of Trent Redmond, 99s across the board. Number probably would have been 99 if we were allowed to put him there. A strong arm quarterback that turned into a monster there in Chicago. So, yeah, he's been to Steelers every other time outside of that.
We move because this one is no surprise. Captain Planet going 2 for 2. Lip going back to Pittsburgh and taking the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers in an interesting spot here because you got a young wide receiver to build around in George Pickens, an O-line that is getting better. Your big question mark, what can he do with the quarterback situation? Russell Wilson and the young Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields, especially in Madden, is going to be an asset for him as he looks to build this Pittsburgh Steelers team over in the AFC North.
I like the Steelers team. I'm a fan of Justin Fields. I think he's going to start him right out of the gate. Athleticism. You got Pickens at the George Pickens at the wide receiver position. Another stud. I know he likes the tight end, Mr. Patty. There's a lot of talent here in Pittsburgh, but I think that quarterback position might be not just a money saver, but it might be the best bang for your buck you get this cycle with Justin Fields.
We move from Lip to...
When it's all said and done.
We move from Lip to T-Jax, the Prince George's County, Maryland native. T-Jax rocked the Cowboys last year, put his top 3 teams down as Chiefs, Cowboys, and Vikings. Planet mocking him to the Chiefs and would be a good fit for T-Jax Bomber, who does love to just sling the ball around.
Yeah, I don't know about that pick there, Planet. The Chiefs, it doesn't seem the style. I kind of got T-Jax going the Dallas Cowboys traditionally. That's where I think he'd end up. Let's see. Do we have that pick in?
The pick is in, and Planet goes 2 for 3 like a bad free throw shooter. T-Jax going back to the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, interesting. You've got Dak Prescott. You've got, obviously, the returning Zeke Elliott. But you have a bona fide number 1 wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb. Do you have a number 2? Brandon Cooks? Who knows? A solid defense. One of those teams, Bomber, I think that is just, I don't think any spot outside of Lamb is going to wow you, but an all-around solid team.
And you don't have to worry about that Dak contract coming in anytime soon or CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to play those out in the game, probably going to save you quite a bit of money, I'd imagine there. But Dak Prescott, definitely a formidable quarterback there with superstar, 31 years young. And CeeDee Lamb coming up at 25 years old, 96. I mean, offensively, they look good. The offensive line's got 2 rookies starting with the ability to develop them. I mean, this should be a formidable force on the offensive side of the ball, and we already know all about the defense.
All right, we go to number 4 overall. He's handsome and he's loud, and his microphone is working. You're welcome. No, it's me. No, I said microphone. I said microphone, not microwave. I don't know. Just I hate this part. Like, just get out of like.
Let me see. I'll do it. Who's up there? You got your. Trying to look for. On the stream, are you doing something special here?
Am I doing something special? I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Special.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the graphic. It wasn't popping up for me. Let's see.
There you go.
Hometown Phoenix, Arizona. Not anymore. That's dated.
Yeah. Well.
Top 3 teams: Texans, Niners, Lions. Look like we got a little bit of an isolated going on here, but yours was a lot more tricky since you didn't say anything. Mm-hmm. So that makes it kind of tough.
Correct. Yep.
Captain Planet has got you going the Jags. That's 4 different teams mentioned there, and you're about to tell everybody you're not taking one of these 4, right?
No, I'll be honest. I didn't say anything because I had no absolute idea where I was going to go. It came down. Sonny and I were talking yesterday, and I was still between about 5 teams. But I have selected, and I will be taking my talents to the tundra of Lambeau Field. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers. Why not? NFC North action, Jordan Love, young wide receivers, little team to build around. I don't know. Gonna have some fun up in Green Bay.
And if everything hits right, the days you're gone, you play the Lions.
Yeah.
Free wins.
Free wins.
Hey, that works out for me. No, but in all seriousness, the Packers, tough team, one of the top teams to build here in this Madden franchise. I think Sonny had them rated pretty highly as well. Jordan Love, his new deal is going to get into the game.
Are we sure? Can we not have it? Can we just change it?
What did we say? What did you say it was? A 4-year,
4 at 220. Yeah, 4 at 220.
4 at 220. It puts him about average of 55. It's backloaded. I mean, not too bad for where I think he'll be in 4 to 5 seasons there in the MBL. Solid team, and you got a plethora of wide receivers that, hey, they're Madden special. You can build them up, and they have the physical abilities, superstar physical abilities. And, just got to build that offensive lineup. I like everywhere else.
Yeah, we'll have some fun. I don't know. It's kind of different from where I've always gone, so let's have some fun with it. We go to number 5, and we got the big man, October. Eagles fan, has been Eagles a couple times in here. It's been 49ers before. Put his top 3 teams as the Eagles, the Bengals, and the Packers. One of those off the board. But Bomber, maybe one of the first spots that we don't really know what October's thinking.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of teams. Even heard my Lions. I had to mute my ears for that one.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm off the stream again. It took the picture down. Hold on real quick. I want to see what is Captain Planet's pick here.
I said Eagles.
That's kind of where I would think it would go too, but you never know. Wild card coming up. What are his top 3 teams listed there?
Eagles, Bengals, Packers. Wearing a Lakers hat too.
Packers are already gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him going Bengals. I would have to say Eagles probably. Maybe Chicago. Maybe. I would say Eagles or Chicago.
Govs say no shot. He doesn't with all the weapons. Maybe the first surprise at number 5, October, heading to broken down Soldier Field and taking the Chicago Bears. We can talk a lot about this team because at the end of the day, you're sitting there. Good wide receiving core, DJ Moore, the rookie Roma Dunze, a defense getting built around somebody like Montez Sweat, Jaquan Brisker, but this all comes down to who they got at the quarterback position. None other than Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's all you hear about in real life media. That's what you're going to hear here on the MBL. The media is going to be talking about this rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams. You know, how good is he going to be year one? I think Keenan Allen helps a lot for that roster. But we're going to see what the 22-year-old out of USC can deliver. The last USC sun god I know of is Amon Ra, and he was absolutely phenomenal. If he does anything, 50% of what that guy's been able to accomplish as far as growth in the NFL, in the MBL, it's going to be real deadly there at the quarterback position in Chicago.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun. We move on from the number 5 pick to, well, Draco's at number 6, and he's MIA and has been skipped. So we'll come back to him when he gets his pick in. I'll talk about this guy. I mean, the man who puts the bald in bald knower, none other than Bomber. Yeah, you're going Lions.
I really thought I was up, and I thought there's just no way he's giving me that intro.
You're welcome.
There's no way.
You're welcome. Bomber rocking. I mean, again, there's no need to dance around it. Lions fan, Lions there. Part of the reason why I wanted the Packers is because, you know, we've been in this league a long time. I've never gotten to play in the same division with you. We always have fun games. So let's make it happen twice a year. How about that? Go to the Lions and we get to play in division. Obviously, this Lions team, the darlings of the NFL after last year, and I think a great team to build around for the future.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that Philadelphia Eagles hat that's already been brought up. It's a nice hat. I got one of them. I had to get them out of respect to Cunningham, one of my favorites. One of my pops' favorites, but it's all Lions all the time. And I know there's another Lions fan here who's going to tell me, oh, he's wearing an Eagles hat. He doesn't have any Lions. I'll show you all my Lions hat. I have over 25 of them. They're all phenomenal, all in pristine shape. Some are for the pool. Some are outside, if you were wondering. Some are just casual. Some are around the wife. Some are, some are summer, some are winter, But, yeah, without further ado, let's go back home. Michigan.
Welcome back.
Detroit Lions.
3 spots in the NFC North taken. 1 spot remaining. We move from Bomber to the Wham Bam. Thank you, Slam. Oakley, Virginia. Planet predicting the Las Vegas Raiders, which I think would be an interesting selection. Top 3 teams: Raiders, Niners, Commanders. Slam, obviously, I think in a advantageous position, Bomber, because your top 10. There's still so much talent still on the board. No, you're Oakley, Virginia, man. I'm sorry, bro. There's so much talent and so many talented teams still on the board. He's got a really nice option of teams that he can select from. I would be surprised if he went Raiders, though. That would definitely surprise me.
Really? This guy gives it a lot of thought, and I think he weighs a lot of things. I just don't see him passing on the Raiders, even though if there was a year to pass on the Raiders, maybe you'd think it was this season. But I think in Madden, they might be actually a pretty blank slate to rebuild at some of the positions. Of course, quarterback, you got Gardner Minshew. That's not going to last over a season, right? Ideally, and you can plug in some of these rookies and create some of these future MBL Hall of Famers on that team. And, man, that's his squad. He's got a chance to take the Raiders. I'm going to say he's taking the Raiders.
Pick is in. And we have our first team taken from the AFC West. Slam taking the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean,
oh, wow.
What's there to say? You got Pat Mahomes. I mean, have fun. Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, who rightfully got a really nice ratings bump this year.
Well, there you go, Slam.
Yeah, not bad.
But I don't understand. Like, I mean, being a Lions fan, right? Just couldn't take another team in that division. You know, taking the Chiefs in the same division as the Raiders. But good for him. He earned his way to that 8th spot and took a solid team, arguably the best team out of box, right? They'd probably say. And they've added some nice weapons at that wide receiver spot. So shout out to Slam, Kansas City Chiefs. That's a shocker to me. News to me.
We got a number 9. We call him Mr. Gaptooth. It is none other than Sonny Weaver. How many teams has Sonny talked about going to? You can put a top 3 there. Is everybody from Oakley, Virginia? Did we just... Hey, JB, is everybody from Oakley, Virginia? Because I'm almost positive that Sonny's not there either. Was Bomber from Oakley, Virginia? No, we got that one. All right, anyways. Sonny's talking about 19 teams. I mean, Bomber, he could take the Panthers for all I know. He's a wild card.
This is what you don't know. And this is a guy who's set a lot of teams. I'm still thinking Bengals. You see the Vikings, the Colts, the Jets. I'm almost at a point where I believe he's not going to take either one of these teams on the board just to be different there. If we would have done this draft maybe a week ago. But I think he just started repeating these teams. And I've really heard Vikings, Jets, Bengals, right? Vikings, Jets, Bengals. I'm going to say it's one of those 3, and I'm going to lean towards the Bengals, but I think he's talked himself into one of them.
Well, the pick is in. And Sonny filling out the first spot in the AFC East. It is the New York Jets.
Oh, wow.
I find this actually a really Sonny pick because what you have is young wide receiver star you can build around in Garrett Wilson, a young running back to build around in Breece Hall. You're going to have to figure out quarterback, but if there's somebody who can draft and develop a quarterback, it's Sonny. But the big thing with the Jets, maybe the best defense in the entire NFL. It's an absolute beam. And I think he's going to be a problem over in the AFC.
Yeah, I like the pick. He really did talk about the Jets a lot, and he likes the defense. He thinks he can build the offense, and, you know, Aaron Rodgers has retired in all these little
we're going to call him Aaron Rodgers? I don't think that's his name. I don't think you can say that.
Retired Rodgers. That's how he got Retarders. Yeah, but that actually I shouldn't have said that twice. That doesn't sound good. Aaron Rodgers, he's gone after year 1, and I think that's one of the things that appealed to Sonny as well. He wants to build a quarterback here.
All right, let's hit that rewind button. Yep. And go back to Draco because his pick is in. Bears fan gets the Bears taking 1 pick before him. October, the villain of the league, taking Draco's beloved Bears. And so because of that, Bomber, he's got to make a decision, and he picked about 12th. So a couple teams off the board. Definitely probably disappointed not to get those Chicago Bears.
Yeah, who's he taking?
Picks in. Heading to M&T Bank Stadium. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
I like that. Ravens are known when they make a run. They're known for that defense. They had a couple championships under Cougs' ownership in the Madden 24 cycle just last season. A couple back-to-back to start off the cycle. So Lamar Jackson is a proven quarterback in the MBL that can get it done. But defensively, this is where this team's going to shine. Draco defense taking over Baltimore. I like it.
All right. Back on track. We go to pick number 10. And it's the man who thinks everybody's from Oakley, Virginia. It is JB. Panthers fan. But, man, is that one of the worst rosters. Planet saying he's going to go for the rebuild in Carolina. I don't know about that, man. Bomber, I love some of these teams. Everybody has their team that they love. The Panthers might just be too bad to love and rebuild.
Man, I want him to take the Panthers so bad just because he's kind of been on that track. And how close did he get last season to winning a Super Bowl so many times? Just came up a little bit short or a big play here or there. I thought he was right there on the cusp of winning with his Carolina Panthers. I thought I feel like he should be on a revenge tour with them, but I know he's fell in love with some other teams. I know he liked Kansas City. They're off the board. So, I mean, I don't know. Carolina Panthers for JB, where are we at? That's what Planet says.
All right, hold on. I need the, here we go. Got the NFL draft chime. The pick is in, and with the 10th pick, JB is heading to Tush Push City and taking the Philadelphia Eagles. Loaded roster. Again, they lose Jason Kelsey, definitely a big part of that offensive line, but still you got Lane Johnson on the line, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. And Bomber, they had Saquon Barkley in the backfield.
This is a loaded Philly team. I was surprised. They've been loaded before, and October's had Philly, at a good peak. And being a Lions fan, this is the first time that they've really been super loaded in the game, out of box, with the ratings of these young guys much higher than they were that season 1, right? So I was like, oh man, October Eagles seem just like ripe right now. And I think JB's seeing the same thing. That's probably the most talented team left on the board. And, it might be time for Philly to start winning some stuff in the MBL.
All right, so 2 teams taking in that NFC East. Still 2 divisions with not a single one taking it, the South and the West. We move to pick number 11. It is Quibble, rocking the 49ers gear. Hey, I didn't know you were from Rochester, New York. Well, shows how much I know. I was born in Rochester. Shout out to Garbage Plates. Rocking the 49ers gear. Planet thinking 49ers. Quibble didn't even put him on their top 3 team. Planet going off the board. And the 49ers are sitting there. That would be some great value at number 11.
Yeah, the Niners would be absolutely, phenomenal. I don't know how everyone feels about Brock Purdy, but man, he's got some abilities to get it done. You still have Brandon Ayuk as a 49er so far. And if he makes it to the 8th of September or whenever we're kicking off here, the Niners are tough, man. I mean, you don't make back-to-back Super Bowls so often as they do, even though they've came up short in the NFL. Maybe not the case with Quibble taking them over in the NBL, and their ability to run the ball and, it's that short yardage to pick up, big gains, the quick throws to pick up big gains. I think this kind of fits the mold of Quibble.
The pick is in. And with the 11th pick here in the MBL Madden 25, team selection, Quibble is heading to the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, a chance to build a rookie quarterback. I think a sneaky, underrated wide receiving core led by Terry McLaurin. You've got a 1-2 punch in the backfield with Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson. A defense that's going to need some help, but Quibble up to the challenge. He will take the 3rd team out of the NFC East, leaving only the New York Football Giants open in the NFC East. Quibble joining T-Jax and JB over in the East. Interesting selection. Young quarterback to build around and a quarterback that has some athleticism.
I'm a little surprised, but now you're selling me on it. I didn't look at the Commanders that closely. Also forget Jahan Dotson. They're out of Penn State. He's only a 24-year-old wide receiver. He's going to be definitely serviceable in the rotation as a starter those first 3 seasons, maybe even longer than that. But, man, they have some talent on this team, and they have some holes that are nice pieces to kind of build in.
Well, he just lost Jahan Dotson. When they update, Dotson just got traded to the Eagles like a day ago. So one off that wide receiver.
More reason for JB to take the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, builds it up. All right, we move from pick number 11 to pick number 12. He's the Planet. He's our hero. He's a man who I hung out with in Las Vegas during COVID, which was a weird time in my life. Captain Planet, Saints fan, puts himself down as the Saints, which absolutely means he is not taking the Saints. He's not, you'd think you'd give yourself like a freebie pick of look how smart I am. I knew where I was going. But we know Planet is an internet troll and is definitely not going to the Saints. Top 3 teams, Saints, Steelers, and Washington. Saints the only ones on the board, so he's probably going off the board.
Saints are just in such a tough position cap-wise, and he's been the Saints throughout the lows, really. And this isn't the high that you think, okay, he's going to jump back on the Saints. I think he maybe needs a breather. I'm not thinking he goes Saints either. And that's just off of a quick game I played and talked to him a little bit. The Saints, I just see like he maybe wants to spread his wings. And maybe he takes best available out there right now, which I don't even know who that would be. Washington's gone. Pittsburgh's gone. The Saints are the only open from his for his thing. I mean, maybe Dolphins.
Well, the pick is in, and at pick number 12, Captain Planet will be taking his talents to the Queen City and the Cincinnati Bengals. Wow. I mean, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, there's a lot to like on that team. Probably got to dance around a little cap situation there, who you're going to sign, who you're going to keep. A little work to be done on defense, but Planet heading to the AFC North and joining Lip and Draco, leaving only the Browns alone as the only team not taken out of the North.
It's starting to fill up fast, and now you're gonna see people maybe start jumping in due to how the divisions are kind of settling out there. But yeah, what do you think about the AFC North and the Browns being open right there? I mean, we got Salgado, DB, Flair, Redemption, Miller. Anybody taking these Browns?
I don't know. You got to deal with Deshaun Watson's contract. So they've got so much talent, but you got Watson's contract to deal with, which stinks. We'll find out if pick number 13 goes to Cleveland. It is Sal. Just happy to be here. Top 3 teams: Commanders, Falcons, Vikings. Fun fact: Falcons ended up being in my top 3. I looked at Falcons for a long time. They're a fun team. But Sal mocked to go to the Ravens, so we know that's wrong. Slam is saying Sal going Atlanta. What do you think about the old Salmeister?
Let's see. And this is another wild card.
Yeah.
He's been in chat, but he's really just asking who he should take. You know, the Ravens aren't there. Washington's already taken. Atlanta's available. I just don't know the love
Chat,
for
where are you
Atlanta right
thinking?
now. Was my thinking not good enough here? I was about to say how terrible Penix is. And then there's the Vikings on there. Hey, you could go Vikings.
Well,
available there if you want to close the division out.
Pick is in. And we have our first filled division coming to the NFC North. Sal takes the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings
there you go, Salgado.
coming to the North. So that division, myself, Bomber, Sal, and October. Vikings, I know, made a lot of top lists. You've got, obviously, a 99 overall in Justin Jefferson, a young quarterback to build around in J.J. McCarthy. Shout out to J.J. McSizzle. All sizzle, no steak. Some pieces to figure out. Jordan Addison, good wide receiving core, and you got Aaron Jones at running back. Defense probably needs a little help.
Is Aaron Jones at running back there for Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, the travel he's made. Didn't he go play for the Jets last year?
Aaron
that good anymore, right?
Aaron Jones is Packers. You got to, walk to Minnesota.
Yeah, then he went to the Jets, though, right, last year? For the Rodgers, and it just didn't work out? Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones still a superstar.
Yeah.
29 years old. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Minnesota. I thought maybe it would get down to Flair. Missed him by a couple spots. So I was thinking there was going to be a running attack there. Heavy running attack. Salgado, man, he might let it sling there with McCarthy. We're going to see what he's made of.
All right, we got to pick number 14. Nope, that is not Manny from Modern Family. It's Captain USB himself. Mr. MBL Live, who didn't play on a whole lot of MBL Lives. It is DB. Another wild card here. Top 3 teams. There's absolutely no way he's taking the New York Football Giants. Just don't. Texans is a cute thought, and Niners is a cute thought. The Giants the only one available from his top 3. Biggest question is, does he have an Ethernet cord?
Is that a picture from his graduation there?
It had to be, right?
Right? Is that the little on the right? Isn't that the little
That's my hat? It's a good shot. It kind of does look like. Is that a suit? I need confirmation. DB, is this a graduation picture?
Wait, it might have been undercover at the mall. Maybe it was one of his undercover days.
Looks like a nice tie or something on. I don't know. Handsome fella. My only request.
Brawler was Falcons last year. Cowboys ain't there right now. Giants still available, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Close out the NFC East.
Could.
I don't
know
if he's going there. Niners aren't available no more. Oh, wait, they still are. Niners are still available.
Nice. It's a nice suit. Here's my request from Brawler. I need more Brawler on MBO Live. We need more Mr. MBO Live on MBO Live this year. The pick is in, and
Niners.
with the 14th pick in the MBL team selection here for Madden 25, Dark Brawler. Oh, he's taking the Dolphins, man. Get ready.
Nice.
Get ready, man.
That's good for Brawler, man. You know, he took Atlanta for Pitts. We all know why, right? Pitts has got that juice. Now he just went ahead and took the whole whole 12-pack of juice.
He's got OJ, he got apple juice, he got cranberry juice, he got a lot of juice. And Kook says, yeah, he getting suspended. Tyreek, yards per catch at about 35.5.
And Brawler likes to lay it out. I know he'll probably stay with Tua as well, man. He'll eat that lack of arm ability. And I think he'll stay with Tua the whole way too. So I mean that's interesting because a lot of these Dolphins owners, or Dolphins potential owners, well, you know, were critiquing the team and said, "Oh, Tua, man, that's something I'm gonna have to figure out." It wasn't gonna be a staple. I think Brawler with that contract, I think he'll stay Miami Dolphin and a starter.
We move to pick number 15. It is none other than Flair, Altoona, Iowa. Or maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Top 3 teams, Vikings, Bengals, Chiefs, all off the board. Flair really wanted those Vikings, which makes this pick a true wildcard spot.
Now with the Vikings not there, this is a guy that likes to run the ball. I'm just thinking who's still out there. Who's got a running attack? Man, I got no clue on this one.
Well, I think Flair made this pick in about 4 seconds because the pick is already in. And Flair at number 15, a team that I was surprised fell this far. Flair's taking his talents to the Bay Area and taking the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, talk about a team with a plethora of weapons. Somebody who likes to run the ball, you get Christian McCaffrey, cover athlete, 99 overall. You get Deebo Samuel, jet sweep city. You get Brandon Ayuk, probably. We'll see if he is traded, but it looks like they're going to sign him. You got the Mr. Irrelevant, Iowa State's finest Brock Purdy at quarterback, and a defense that is loaded. Nick Bosa on the line, Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner. I mean, this team is loaded talent-wise. I'm surprised he got all the way down to 15.
And you still got that monster left tackle that's going to play his 57th year for another year. Trent Williams, right? Isn't he still over there in San Francisco?
Yep, Trent Williams still there.
Yeah, still a stud. He's going to give you a year. There might be a lot of ground and pounding going over there with CMC, but he also helps you in the passing attack as well, which I think it would be a nice counter with Flair's game. You know, he's got a halfback that can do it all, and you know he likes to run the ball, but being able to get rid of the ball quick with Brock Purdy, that's going to bring the defense down, maybe opens up some of those deep shots that Purdy can underthrow but get tipped right back to Brandon Ayuk for a touchdown there in the NFC Championship.
Damn.
Specific, right?
All right, now before we go to 16, let's just take, because we're about to get to the halfway mark here. So let's see where we stand as of right now. We have one full division in the NFC North, and then you've got one almost full division in the NFC East, but we're sitting there. AFC West only one. AFC East has two. I mean, like, these divisions are starting to fill up, but this is where it gets interesting. I always think in team selection, Bomber, to be in this, like, 16 to 24 range. The first 16 are all about picking your team and a team that you like. 16 to 24 get this nice little advantage where they get to pick their division as it fills in. You get an opportunity to see who you want to play with. And I think that's where these guys have a nice little advantage of getting good teams, but getting good divisions as well.
Yeah, you can look how they're filling up right now. Even you look at AFC South, it's just got isolated in it right now. Colts, Jaguars, Titans all available. You could see a run of that, and that might turn the fourth guy on to go, well, all right, I'll take this team because of who's in there. And then you got the Giants are sitting there. You want to close out the NFC East. You want to close out the AFC North. You know, you got the Browns sitting there. So if you like those divisions, you might say, I'm going to take this team because the people in that division are going to make it a situation I want to be in, and I think I can work with the team, as opposed to, like you said, those first couple of picks, you know, you're picking who you want, and then it's almost best team available. Now you're going to really start looking at who's where and who's taking what team and what division.
Well, let's hit the halfway mark here, and then we'll take a little siesta. Hey guys, pick your damn teams. Like, geez, oh man, I have never. Bomber, I will say this. I get it. Stuff happens. Trust me, as somebody who has things going on, stuff happens. But I've never seen this many skips. So, not one time. I don't know if I've ever seen a skip in a team selection, and we're about to hit 3. Let's go to number 16.
I got to do some work on the phones here right now. Actually, a couple of these guys I think I can get a hold of.
Well, let's get Redemption's pick out of the way, and then we'll see what happens. We got Redemption, a handsome cat on his shoulders. Bomber, former division mate. Too bad he can't play in this division. Are you going to miss him? Oh, no. No, okay.
Wait, what?
No, you going to miss Redemption in the division?
What division is he in?
Well, the pick's in.
I won't miss until it's gone.
The pick is in. Redemption going from Green Bay, and he heads to warmer climates. SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles, California. Redemption taking the Los Angeles Chargers. Interesting one here.
All right, I got some suggestions here. I got to give a shout out to a couple players.
Yeah,
a couple
okay.
guys who thought they wouldn't make the roster. You're going to be starting. Darius Davis, wide receiver starter. Cornerback, Deanne.
Are you looking at all those fast guys?
Yeah, I just marked it by speed. If they're in the 60s, 5s, dude, they're starting. Free safety, JT Woods.
Welcome aboard.
DJ Chark, he's starting. And also cornerback, Jasir Taylor. You will be starting over someone far more qualified than you for that position.
We call him the 95 squad for a reason. A little work to do. Justin Herbert, obviously a great quarterback to build around. My former team. But they lose all their wide receivers. You're now led by Quentin Johnson, who I will let you know, I tried to build last year. Didn't work. Ladd McConkey. You got J.K. Dobbins. Maybe he stays healthy. Who knows? It's definitely stuff to build around. You do still have Bosa and Mack on the other side. So interesting seeing him head to the Chargers. So that has that will put the second team in the AFC West. He joins slamming the Chiefs. So Broncos and Raiders open. Interestingly enough, we move forward to pick number 17. Dom's not fast enough. Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's the other problem. Isn't there backup Gus Edwards? I mean, that's a couple of 88 speed dudes. I mean, Gus Edwards might be 85. He's an actual bus. We move to pick number 17. And it is the Thrilled Miller. Top 3 teams, Falcons, Bengals, Rams. Falcons still on the board. Planet predicting the Falcons. But again, once again, you got a couple spots open here for Miller to go. Bomber, if the Falcons is the choice, I really like this selection for him.
Miller was the Commanders last season, right?
Correct. And by the way, did a brilliant job building him.
Teams that aren't like on my highlighted like memory, right? So, man, I could see him going Falcons too. That just seems like a team he would take. He kind of takes teams that, if you look at the roster, probably some bright spots in there, but maybe get overlooked a little bit.
Well, the pick is in. And Miller is heading indeed to Atlanta. Gets himself some Magic City. Pick up some lemon pepper wings. See if Lou Williams is hanging out. He's taking the Atlanta Falcons. Again, this team made my top 3. Cap situation a little wonky, but you do get a young quarterback in Michael Penix if you want to go with the lefty to build around. Kirk Cousins is a nice stopgap if you just want to play with Kirk Cousins. Wide receiving core, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, nice 2 to build around. Bijan Robinson, a young running back. Defense still with Grady Jarrett out there, who back when I had the Falcons, Grady Jarrett was a D tackle. Now all of a sudden he's a D end, and I feel like that's bad. And I mean, like this is just I think a fun team for the future, and that will compete in that division because let's be honest, Bomber, NFC South is kind of butt cheeks.
Yeah, it's wide open as far as teams go. Look at this Falcons team, and you just look at Kirk Cousins, formidably better than Penix, but Penix isn't terrible as far as physicals go. He's got some physical abilities. He's got a stronger arm, I believe, than Kirk Cousins, and
yeah, he's got a cannon.
It just comes to
like 94 throw power.
It just comes to the accuracies here, and I'm thinking to myself, who would have taken Atlanta and played Kirk Cousins year one? You know, in our league, we know we go about 6 to 8 seasons, right? Is there anybody in here in the chat that kind of honestly say, I would play Kirk Cousins year one?
No. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody. I think you're playing Penix no matter what. The only thing that gives you hesitation with Penix is you got to get used to a lefty. Well, we're gonna see what Miller does at the Falcons. We move to number 8, and it's a man who, he's large and in charge. Hey, I'm in that picture. Did you crop me out of a picture? You son of a gun. Project Fat. Handsome as all hell.
The court in Houston?
Yeah.
How'd you get on the court? Was it the pregame little thing?
No. Went out with Ryan Hollins.
They still let him get on the court?
He's their color commentator. Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Oh, really? For Houston?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
a fun story about him. I actually remember listening to some sports radio, and they were talking about him on the might have been on, was he on Dallas for a little bit? I know he was on the Clippers.
Yep.
Was it Dallas? They said he runs like a gazelle. So athletic, big, unskilled. Oh no, wait. Never mind. OSU. If that's a friend of yours, man, it's got tough breaks, man. Get on the floor.
Well, we'll see if Fat's interesting. Big Raiders fan. Raiders are still on the board. Also put the Vikings and Cardinals on there as an Arizona man. Planet saying the Colts. Pick is in. And south of the border, they know him as Projecto Grande.
He's got to take the Raiders, right?
He is taking the Indianapolis Colts, heads to the AFC South, back with unisolated in that South division. And we know Anthony Richardson is getting suspended like 20 seconds in, baby. Let's go. Come on. We got this. So proud of you, Fat.
Strong arm quarterback. He can move. He can make all the throws by year 3 if he's built up that way. He's a dangerous quarterback, and definitely a quarterback that has trade value if it's not something you're particularly fond of, a super strong arm quarterback with athleticism. If you're that kind of weird guy, yeah, he does have a lot of suitors out there.
Go to pick number 19. It is Eric G. Look at how handsome this man is. I mean, looking like $1 million. EG, shout out.
Hey, Eric.
Shout out to Staten Island.
If they can clean him up, they can clean Delonte West up. I believe.
I mean, Bengals, Jets, Falcons. Top
Eric's
3
looking
teams.
good in that picture. Where do you think he was?
Wedding.
It still looks like he's always holding in a poop or something, man.
A little bit. Hey, listen, man. Sometimes you can't do that at a wedding. Come on, man. Don't be that guy. Let's get to it. The pick is in. Eric G. Now this is where it starts to get interesting, Bomber. We're getting into the 20s. These guys picking some divisions and whatnot. Eric G. going.
All his teams are picked
to the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix and the Broncos, young quarterback to build around. Javonte Williams
closing it out.
Yeah, closes that AFC West. Raiders still available there. But, Javonte Williams, you got, Cortland Sutton, no more Jerry Jeudy. He's in Cleveland, so you got to build up a wide receiver. I mean, this is a project team. But you got the youngster out of Oregon at quarterback, somebody to build around. Defense still needs a little work. Interesting pick for Eric G.
Yeah, kind of a surprising pick. And that's not an easy division he walks into with a team that's not really ripe for playoffs season 1 as far as talent goes, right? But man, that's a competitive division to walk into. You see the Chiefs, Chargers taking Broncos, and who's left to take the Raiders? Who's taking that challenge and heading in there and trying to do something with these Las Vegas Raiders, who are pretty much the quarterback-less team in the MBL?
Well, we go to pick number 20, the man who was around when leather helmets were being played. It is a 145-year-old player. He's here. I shouldn't make fun of him. He's wearing an Ohio State sweatshirt. Sorry, man. Top 3 teams, Browns.
He still wears his leather helmet when he plays Madden, though.
Here's my question.
In the winter.
I look at his top 3 teams. Browns, I get. A lot of talent there. Okay, Jags, really talented team. Patriots. Why? Like, what? There's literally no redeeming quality. I will say right now, I think the Patriots will be one of the last 2 teams picked. I do. Unless that division becomes, like, crazy, I don't know, juicy. That Patriots team has literally no redeeming qualities. Why would the Patriots be up there? Did Playa accidentally forget that it's not 2015?
And Drake looks a lot like Mac Jones. Same number. Same kind of just overall composure in the pocket so far here in what we've seen so far, little of them from the Patriots. Yeah, so the Patriots aren't really trending up, but I think it's more of a historical thing with Playa. Now he's attached to greatness. He's attached to a franchise that has won a lot.
Sure.
But he's not going to go Patriots, right?
No,
the Bills are still out there. That's surprising.
Planet says the Bills. It'd be great. He picks the team and be like, Bomber, listen to me. Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, Randy Moss. It's going to be a great squad. I'm going to kill it with these guys. Wait, what? What game are you on? Madden 11, man. It's a stellar game. Yeah, the pick is in from Playa.
Oh, he'd be saying Drew Bledsoe, man. Let's be honest here.
I'm so excited to see.
Like, we got Bled.
This young guy behind him in TB. It's going to be really cool.
He's like, or I go Seahawks with Rick Meyer.
Deion Branch. Pick is in, and Playa is heading to old Northeast Ohio. He's rocking those Cleveland Browns, top on his top 3 teams. Listen, you got some work to do. Deshaun Happy Hands Watson at quarterback. Big old $230 million contract. But Amari Cooper, you got Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford, 2-headed monster in the backfield. One of the best O-lines, I think, which will be beneficial to Playa. When you're sitting there with Jack Conklin and Jedrick Wills and Joel Bitonio, like a really good offensive line. For a guy like Playa who's going to run the ball, for a guy like Playa who's going to hold the ball for 8, 9, 10 seconds at a time, the Browns are a nice pick.
Look at what Slam put in the
Why play?
Why is he have those things on this? That's the cushion. He leaned into that cushion heavy.
Yeah. Playa's sitting there who might have the same chair that I have, and he's sitting there and he's like, "What? How many offensive linemen do the Browns have? One offensive lineman. Two offensive linemen. Shout out to Playa. That's my guy.
Dude, he's one of the hardest working team builders we got in here.
Well, let's take a little stock here just for a second as I see the 4th skip has gone on the board. I mean, unbelievable. With Playa taking the Browns, that completes the AFC
But let's clear
North.
up. All the skips have been picked. And we're not currently at.
Sorry, man.
Wasn't picked.
Sorry, man. We just got to.
We haven't gotten there yet.
We haven't gotten there yet, but yes.
Still,
we'll see what
somewhere.
happens. But we do have 2.
The other skips that we did skip.
They all got picked. We got back and got to all of them. But we do have 2 full divisions, and it's both of the North divisions, which I think many would argue are 2 of the more talented divisions. But let's talk about that AFC North for a second. Lip, Draco, Planet, and Playa. What do you see from that division?
That's going to be a fun one, I think. I think there's opportunity for all 4 of them to have a chance at a threat to win that division. I like seeing Draco as the Ravens, Planet as the Bengals. That's a lot of weapons. This guy's been coming off playing with the Saints, and man, he was sitting around 500 for a couple seasons. That could be dangerous. Playa with the Browns, he's going to build that team up, and I'm curious about Deshaun Watson. And Lip's so familiar with the Steelers at this
there
point.
He is.
Now he's got an athletic Justin Fields. So
shout out to Playa hopping in the chat. What's up, Playa? Happy team selection day, my friend. All right, let's go from Playa. We move to
because I'm the count.
Come, Mr. Tallyman. It is Tally. Chicago, Illinois' finest. Colts, Jags, Titans. Titans still on the board. Jags still on the board. Colts are taken. Seems to be in love with the AFC South. And Bob, I'm not going to lie, at 21, he's got an opportunity here to get one of the teams that he really wanted. Planet says the Commanders, and I got news for you, Planet. Well, they're gone. So Planet wrong once again. I think he's like 2 for 20 at this point.
I just like his little signature, man. I hope.
I do. I love that signature. Yeah.
If he signs it like that, I mean, he needs to change his name to Captain Planet because that is just pretty.
Yeah, I got news. He doesn't sign it like that. It's definitely
that's a font.
he
That's
writes it in
signature
print.
font.
He writes it in print. Flair
And he
saying
spells captain out.
Capitan, and it doesn't say captain. It's misspelled. He has
And
to
he
go
draws
Jags.
a globe.
Everybody's saying
Man,
he's got to follow ISO. Little rivalry here between Tally and ISO.
Colts are taken. I believe you really like them. I mean, strong arm. Tight. Oh, so he's going AFC South regardless. There's only one team left. There's the Titans. There's got to be Titans then, right? I mean, this is three teams.
Well, the
all from the same
Jags
division.
are there too. Jags are available, and the pick is in.
The Jags right there.
And with
Go
the
Jags.
21st pick, Tally does go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Team that I'm surprised fell this far. Now, again, it is partially because I thought about taking them at 4. There's a lot of talent on this team. You might not realize like how good this team is in Madden. Trevor Lawrence, his quarterback deal is actually pretty decent for where the quarterback deals are coming in right now. You've got a young, great Madden running back in ETN to run with. Wide receiving core, you got the young Brian Thomas out of LSU, who I love. You got Evan Ingram, a really good tight end. And a defense.
And a couple athletic
Foye
freaks
Olokun.
on the defensive side of the ball.
Foye Olokun, always a beast in Madden. I think this is a sneaky, really good pick, and Tally does go to that AFC South and follows unisolated.
Tally takes the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, first 3 years, he doesn't even make $35 million. You know, he's under 30. He's 27, 20-something, and I think over 30 in the third. You get 3 years to kind of run a tryout here with Trevor Lawrence. I'm pretty sure once you get to those last 2 years, he's cuttable as far as the cap penalty goes. So I'm excited to see what happens. Does Tally keep Trevor Lawrence? How that works out? Does he end up on a trade market next season? How does it work? And this is Trevor Lawrence. He's hit a little bit of a bump in the road here on his trajectory, 290, ideally where they thought he would be. So it's a little bit of a rebuilding, reconfidence building there for the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback.
All right, well, we head to pick number 22. The man who I will never forget showed up to MBL meetup at a lake house in Tennessee, having been in the league for about 45 minutes, and we didn't kill him. So that's pretty cool. It's Cougs. Shout out to Crown Apple, the Cougs man. Planet says Seahawks. Seahawks are out there. He's a Seahawks fan. This seems like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, he can't pass on the Seahawks, right? I mean, in that division, I think only Flair is in the 49ers. You got
Correct.
Cardinals and Rams open. Those aren't even strong, real. I mean, the Rams, obviously, Matt Stafford, they have the 2 wide receivers. I mean, little older, but Luka or whatever his name, however you pronounce his name, that guy's a stud. Cooper Kupp, I think, is 31. Don't have Aaron Donald. I mean, there's not much you're really looking. Cardinals kind of the same way as far as talent
You got
goes.
Marvin Harrison, Kyler Murray. That Kyler contract, though, is brutal. I mean, the Seahawks kind of in the best spot. You just got
Kyler's so small in this game that he's going to get a lot of his balls going to get, he's more deflected at the line of scrimmage. And I just don't think those are two teams that, one of the top tier guys are looking at and going, oh, I want to go there. And Cougs now finds a spot with Seattle, and he always does so good at building teams. You saw it, back-to-back champion, MBL season 51-52 there with the Baltimore Ravens, trying to do some more damage here in Madden 25 here, NBL season 57. Watch out, Cougs out the gate with Seattle.
Yeah, Seahawks are, again, make it official, but like no surprise to see the hometown team is there, so Cougs is going to rebuild those Seahawks and get them to the Super Bowl. Cougs going to Seattle, and I think a match made in heaven. We go to pick number 23. It's the Banana Man. Captain Yellow Fruit himself. Man who loves being wheeled around aquariums. It is bananas. Jags, Chargers, Cardinals. Cardinals are available there.
And if he don't try to fight you the first day he sees you and meets you, he don't love
Metal Mario, anyone? Anybody Metal Mario? Bananas, Metal Mario? Thoughts? Thoughts, comments,
Here's my
concerns?
shout out to Bananas. I just want the old Bananas back.
The old?
The old Banana of old, man. He was funny. He was timely. And he would beat anybody I lost to, man. So we would feel like I'd just jump on him and feel like we did it together.
Damn, Cougs. I didn't even think about that. Fair. And fun fact, it was Cougs Bananas wanted to fight. It's true.
So it was Lip too. The first day when we got to
Damn.
Well, I don't know if he wanted to fight him. They just they had like a weird altercation where like they glitched out a little bit.
Well, Banana's definitely a wild card, and the pick is in. Bomber, I'm not gonna lie. This might be the first
Is he going cards?
real surprise I've seen. There've been some surprise, but this is the biggest one I think so far. With that 23rd pick, Bananas is heading to Carolina and taking the Carolina Panthers. Huh.
Still so weird not seeing JB there.
That's because JB's a coward. Yeah, I mean, I know.
He's been Carolina during the low times, man. I would have shamed him on that. But yeah, he definitely took Eagles are a top-notch team. And seeing Bananas coming to Carolina, that's threatening because you don't ever want someone to take over a team that your favorite team, right? They take it over and they win with them, right? So when I was in the Lions that year and Project Fat was the Lions, I was comfortable that he would never overshadow me, you know? I'd be worried if Bananas took over my team if I'm JB, you know? And that's just me because I don't want to see them do well without me. I want them to need me. So Bananas, they're taking the Panthers, see what he can do. And that's another team, man. Quarterback position looks good. Start building around everything else and seeing you can put a elite team together there in the NFC South.
One of my favorite memories with the Fruit Man is still just rocking VB. I mean, what a good time. I had an absolute blast. When his
the Penny Hardaway throwback jersey with the blue one with the pinstripes, fresh.
Oh, yeah. When his Deca picking, he's actually on the way to pick you up from the airport. So sorry.
And then the VIP. You talking about me?
No, we're picking you up from Baltimore. Shout out Southwest Airlines.
And that's on the move, bro. That was a living, breathing.
You were lucky we were 45 minutes away from BWI.
Oh, dude, I was gonna have to drive through that myself.
Hey, POI? Can we get a POI? Just POI.
He still never figured it out quite. And I was like, this is the guy that throws the wrong button. Now I believe him.
Dude,
I believe him now.
I'm telling you, bro, we need to add the button in Madden where you can pull out a shotgun and shoot the ball out of the air when you hit the wrong button. Nope. Bam! All right, try again.
Also, Bananas at the VIP with the bartender that night was
top notch.
That night was pretty legendary too. Yeah.
All right,
I don't
Bomber.
know how much you remember, but it also turned into the night where he ended up falling asleep at one of the other adult clubs. So I don't know how much he remembers of that, but he was a good time until he needed a pillow.
Bomber, we get into the shrug portion of this team selection because we got a whole lot of people that I have know nothing about. So yeah. New Realm, Giants fan, apparently, rocking the Giants jersey. The Giants are on the board. His hometown is New York, not any particular city. He just lives in the state and is sort of a nomad. New Realm, are you here? Give me a fun fact. I got nothing. I know nobody except for like 2 for the next 8 picks.
Well, the picture's real and the background's real. You can just tell it's
a little blurry.
It's terrible. It's enough quality that's bad, but if you zoom in, it's not distorted or weird like the AI. So he did go to that Giants game. Giants are available. Captain Planet says the Giants. He's bound to get one right?
Well, the pick is
Let's go
in.
Giants.
And with the 24th pick, New Realm is closing out that NFC East and taking the New York Football Giants. So let's start with the Giants first of all. Danny Derps is still there. I'm so sorry. That contract is a pain. But you get Malik Neighbors, young wide receiver. No Saquon Barkley anymore. You got one of the best D-lines in the game, though, honestly. You end up with Dexter Lawrence.
Wait, no, Saquon's on the team. They just didn't re-sign him because they wanted him to show him how cold the market was.
Yeah, and then he was like, I'll just go to Philly. Yeah, see ya.
And then the owner says, in the NFL says, he's not going to go to Philly, is he?
Joke's on you.
No way.
Oops. But one of the best D-lines in the game. You're going to have Dexter Lawrence at D-tackle, Kayvon Thibodeau on one side, and Brian Burns coming over from Carolina. That D-line makes the Giants kind of a really attractive defense if you can figure out the quarterback situation. You got something to build around. Should be fun, but let's talk about this division. Quibble, New Realm, T-Jax, and JB. I cannot wait for the the T-Jax JB matchups throughout the year. I think that's going to be a really fun division to watch. And I think I'm interested to see what Quibble does with the Commanders. And I think New Realm's going to be the guy that everyone overlooks. And if he can build that team,
games
they're
with
going
a
to
lot of points and the little points.
Yeah.
Well, then that's the game's going to interest you to the moon, buddy.
Welcome aboard.
JB's going to be putting up 40 points per game in that division with that team.
We move to
Cowboys got the best defense to try to stop it, though. I mean, defensively, they can create some turnovers. I mean, that's a scary team, and Philly has Saquon to throw it on top of that. That's just gonna be crazy.
We can move to pick number 25, and you can say his name is Pharma all you want. I call him Little Shadow. Top 3 teams, you were never getting any of
Potty mouth Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, you were never getting into those 3 teams. Like, it's a cool talk. Planet says the Chargers. Chargers are off the board, so we get another wild card. He's got some interesting selections here because you could sit there and, like, really, MBL seems super competitive. Can't wait. I don't know if I'd call it super competitive, but hey, we'll see how long you last. It should be fun. Wild card here. A lot of good teams on the board. Interested to see a team like the Bills with Josh Allen fall this far.
Are they still? And that is crazy because this team was top 10 the last. It's just crazy how people have softened on.
Well, you lose both your wide receivers. Like, that's where it gets tough. Is you go from Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis to Keon Coleman,
Gabe
Khalil
Davis
Shakir.
is in Jacksonville now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but still, the Josh Allen effect. You just think he's a perfect prototype quarterback for Madden. He's got size, he can move, and he's got a strong arm. I was just surprised as far as quarterbacks go. I mean, you're going to get a quarterback that can turn into a top 5 quarterback at the end of the cycle at 25. That could be real appealing for someone drafting this low.
Well, and the pick is in, and he's going to jump on it. Farmer taking the Buffalo Bills. It starts with Josh Allen and ends with Josh Allen. They say in this league you need a quarterback to win, and he's got one. The question is, can he build the weapons around him?
That's what we're going to find out.
Should be interesting. We continue on with the Shrugathon 2024 as C-Money rocking the Lions jersey and a better hairline than Bomber. So shout out to another Michigan guy. Let's go.
He's improving me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's a barely better hairline.
But it is better.
Oh, that's a denial. That hairline's in denial. I was there, buddy. And you know what? If I could go back then, I'd be rocking it the same. I'm saving any time. You save, you're just giving up, man. I wish I had that option right now. I can't even lie. See money.
I don't know what dude's name is that's in the video, but I love how he does
Walmart.
it. Like, what are we talking about?
Walmart,
Santana,
sir?
what in the blue hell are you talking about? Anyways, I would love to know.
Walmart, sir.
I would love to know who. See money. I would love to know where in Michigan you are. But not in a threatening way. I'm just curious. A lot of teams still out there, so let's see where he goes. C money.
Man. He wants to fight you over for some water.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. C money. His pick is in.
Titans still available.
Titans are available, but he's going with that third selection on his top 3 teams. He's heading to the NFC South and taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh wow.
The wide receivers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, nice kind of pair to build around. Starting to get up there in age, but still.
Godwin's expensive. I mean, he's at 20-something million on his last year of his deal right now. Don't they got to sign him? And Mike Evans only signed like a 2-year, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to work. Like, you're gonna work around that. Baker Mayfield, you got Baker Mayfield. But Rashad White
going up in money.
Rashad White's a nice young running back. Cam Brate, a O-line that has actually improved a lot over the last couple of years, and a defense that's okay. A lot of okay there. Mostly heads to the NFC South, joining Miller and Bananas.
And that Baker Mayfield contract, it was a friendly one last year for $1 million to start. Now he's gotten that extension. It's still somewhat relatively cheap the first year, and then it starts jumping up and kind of eating at some of that penalty you get back. So it's going to be a little bit of a finesse job there in Tampa to keep all, viable pieces together and bring in that new talent.
We move to pick number 27. It's the one I know. Let's go. It's Gov. Well, I know Santana, but we got the Gov man. Look at that shape up. He is lined up and handsome.
I mean, that's what we're. Don't talk about it. That's obviously why he did that picture.
That's he knew he got one
the shape
lined
up.
up.
Is fresh.
He lined
got the shades on.
So good, dude. Eagles off the board. Texans are off the board. Cardinals are still there. And yeah, let's just make
Atlanta
it.
had him going Broncos. That's not available. Eagles not available.
Well, the pick is in. Pick is in.
Up there, yeah.
Gov is taking Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., top pick, a wide receiver to build around. I've looked at his ratings in the game. It's really good. James Conner, nice little running back. A defense, Buda Baker, star on the defense. Got some nice pieces. The big one is, can Gov really turn Kyler into the star that everybody thought he was going to be a couple years ago?
Only 190 on this team, and it's Buda Baker at a 90. And here's where it gets really tough. Below him, you got 4 more players that are in the 80s, but none of them over 83. Man, this team is it's not very top heavy. We'll say that.
No,
it's top light.
Top light. I guess like a supermodel, just completely top light. I'm hungry. So at number 8, we got McMuffin. Sorry, McPuffin. Sorry, I was thinking about breakfast. Pick number 28. Is he in the UFC gym?
Bio alert.
All right, hold on. I got this. Yeah, take that. Shove off. Yeah.
Man, he's got his number 1 team, Titans, still available. I mean, how can we not trust that? Even Captain Planet trusted that Titans. It's got to be Tennessee.
Yeah, and the pick is in. Make it official. Hold on, sounder. And he does go to Tennessee, taking the Tennessee Titans. Planet gets one right, baby. Tennessee got a young quarterback built around Will Levis. You don't actually have to put mayo in your coffee in Madden, so that's good. But boy, you got Calvin Ridley and D Hop as your wide receiver, so you're gonna need some work there. O-line is bad.
And
no
the Malik Willis drama is dead.
Yeah,
officially is irrelevant in Madden 25. You're not gonna see any first-round pick trades for him, or him getting to the Super Bowl, winning a Super Bowl. I don't see it at a 63 overall at 25 years old. Still physical beast as far as those kind of abilities go. But Will Levis, yeah, definitely the starting quarterback.
Slam asked who is the Colts. That's Project Fat. Projecto Grande. Getting down to the final 4 picks. We move from McPuffin. We got Revival. Nope, that's young Draco. Don't lie to me. That's young Draco. Okay.
Gotta see it. Oh yeah, that's Draco with the shape up.
Yeah, that's a lined up Draco.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a big difference. Draco.
Why does he get 2 teams? He doesn't get his Bears, so he gets
months.
2 teams. Jeez. Top 3 teams: Bills, Rams, Seahawks. Rams still on the board. Planet saying the Bucks. Well, in the words of Colonel Sanders from Waterboy, well, Planet's wrong again. Let's get the pick in at pick number 29. Like that? Like the Waterboy reference?
I haven't seen it.
All right, the pick is in. And at pick number 29, Revival. It's taking those New England Patriots, and with one word, I say, why? Like,
well, the gamer tag. I mean, the Revival fits.
Yeah,
for the
no
Patriots.
kidding.
Will they actually be revived? We'll find out shortly.
We will.
But the Patriots definitely needed an owner like this.
Final 3 picks. 3 teams left on the board: Saints, Raiders, and Rams. Let's see where Boomer goes. This is gonna. But I cannot wait for the number of wrong tags that's gonna happen in main chat. At Boomer. Sorry, I meant Bomber. Sorry, I meant Boomer.
Boomer
It's not
with the
you?
Washington
Are you
Commanders
sure?
fresh jersey.
Kind of. I mean, like 10 years ago, little facial hair. Can't tell them apart. The hat, the glasses. Tell me again why these are different people. Hey, hold on. I got this. Ready?
Wait, who is you saying this is?
Here you go. Bomber, boomer, bomber, boomer, bomber, boomer.
Yeah, but he's
Bomber,
from California,
Boomer,
man. He's like my
Bomber,
evil bomber.
Boomer. I mean, same dude. Don't tell me. Bomber, you can't have two teams, man. This isn't cool. I haven't seen them in the same room. He didn't come to
I
an
would
MBL
never
meetup.
put my hometown as California, though. That's where we draw the line.
Oh, we saw the hometowns. JB was just guessing on some of them, I think. The pick is in. 3 teams left, and with pick number 30, Boomer takes the Las Vegas Raiders. Devontae Adams at wide receiver. You got 2 young tight ends in Michael Mayer from last year, and then Brock Bowers out of Georgia this year. No more Josh
So
Jacobs.
when you're looking at that roster and you see, you wish you had one extra player in one little spot, just remember, they got you 2 tight ends instead of drafting another position of need. Right?
Okay, anyways.
Wasn't that the...
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, even though this tight end, this rookie's going to be a beast, but...
So we're going to skip Tone because Tone didn't show up to team selection night. So he actually ended up with the last pick, which means we got to go to Tyler first because Tyler ended up with pick number 31. I have never seen 6 skips at a team selection night, but hey, good work, everybody. You got it back. Detroit,
Tyler
Michigan.
was actually asking before he came in here, he was saying, I guess I don't have to make a pick since I'm last.
Yeah, well, guess what? He had to.
I guess he does now.
Yo, Tyler, I got to know. We're in Detroit. We're moving back there. So, anyways, Tyler, 2 teams left. Who do you like more, Bombers, Saints, or Rams?
What I like more?
Yeah.
Well, I like the Rams because of Matt Stafford. If I
Stat
was in his
Padford?
spot, I would take the Rams for sure. Just play with Stafford for one more year.
Well, I mean, Sonny, are you surprised to see the Rams fall that far? I know they're not a flashy team, but man, Rams being last 2 picks, that does surprise me. The pick is in. And with the 31st pick, because he showed up, proud of you, Tyler. Thank you for being here. Tyler takes those Los Angeles Rams. It's Matt Stafford, young running back Kyron Williams. Cooper Kupp might be getting up there, but you got Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp number 2. I mean, what they got? No Aaron Donald, obviously. You don't get that 99 overall anymore on the defensive side. But I feel like a team that, I think value-wise, Tyler got a steal here at 31.
Yeah, they got some nice young players in the 80s. They don't have one player in the 90s. So Aaron Donald left and kind of left that 90s room open. But, I mean, you still have Davis White's going to be solid for a couple seasons. And you got Ernest Jones there at the middle linebacker. I mean, they got some players here, and I think offensively they're going to be solid offensively year one. But you just don't know what's going to happen with Matt Stafford as far as regression goes. And then you have Cooper Kupp regressing, so load up on draft picks.
Well, and that means at 31, Tone does get the New Orleans Saints.
You think that makes Planet feel a little sad? If he doesn't take the Saints essentially at 12, they're going to go dead last in the league.
It's a tough team to build around. I mean, you
Dude,
do
I
have a
remember
young.
feeling that way about the Lions at some point when I would take them one.
You got that Derek Carr contract. We're going to be.
Yeah, and Derek Carr's got that contract specific to where he's got, like, you can't cut him this year, and then the next year it really doesn't make the sense to cut him until after 2 seasons.
Tyler, we're going to be depending on where my wife ends up working because she's waiting on another job, but Troy, Royal Oak, somewhere around there, Ferndale. She's got a job right now in Oak Park, but might be going out to Livonia. Saints, you got Derek Carr, you got Chris Olave. Alvin Kamara's definitely getting up there in age. You got a defense you got to kind of build up a little bit. You got a lot of old pieces there, but that is your full MBL Season 25 team selection. Got a couple things to get you. Let's first give you a recap, and let me get to this lovely.
Wait, one shout out to the Saints. I've been trying to get this guy on my team forever, Taysom Hill, and Usually I take this time to say, hey, well, he's not even here. I actually had to DM him. I want Taysom Hill. But then I looked at Taysom Hill contract because Captain Planet told me it was kind of nuts. And yeah, man, it's crazy how much they paid Taysom Hill. Still want him. But if you traded him, you pretty much eat all his salary.
Oh, Holland Park, hell yeah, man. Shout out to Hamtramck in that area. Before we get to our power ranking, let's talk about these divisions. All right, Bomber, we're gonna. What do we want? We want to power rank the divisions?
You can do that first, yeah.
Okay, so let me give you the divisions. AFC East, Pharma, DB, Revival, and Sunny. AFC North, Lip, Draco, Planet, and Playa. AFC South, ISO, Fat, Tally, and Puffin. AFC West, Slam, Boomer, Redemption, Eric G. NFC East, Quibble, New Realm, T. Jackson, JB. NFC North, Bomber, OSU, Sal, and October. NFC South, C Money, Miller, Bananas, and Tone. And NFC West, Flair, Cougs, Gov, and Tyler. I think we just do your top two divisions. Because I think this is tough, Bomber. We got a lot of new guys here. So it's a lot of, we got to kind of guess on how this is going to be. But if you had to pick your top two divisions in terms of strength, which two would you pick?
Man, these are kind of balanced well.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Well balanced. I'm going to say NFC West is going to be pretty solid. I mean, I see three users there that can be playoff bound. NFC East, same kind of realm, but I'm going to say the toughest division is probably going to be, oh, man, I don't even know. I'm looking at AFC West.
Slam Redemption, Eric G.
Man,
I think the NFC East is tough. JB and T-Jax and Quibble. I think that's a really good three. And then New Realm we'll find out.
That's probably I put it as the toughest just because they got three guys there. Look out! One really strong.
Yeah. And look out for the NFC South. Miller and Bananas, we know how good they are. And then if C Money or Tone can show up, like you're talking about like a 3-deep division, I think that's really fun.
Look at the West, man. I mean, Cougs, Gov, and Flair. Flair came on last cycle, and Gov's always dangerous, threat to win a Super Bowl. Cougs has already done it. I mean, if Tyler ended up being one of the top guys in there too, I mean, that would be easily the toughest division, I'd say. But a lot of them very similar. With you got the one, one or two guys about the same, or one guy higher, and then the next two guys. Man, it's tough to even say.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go NFC West and AFC West as my top two divisions as far as strength.
I would go NFC East and NFC West. I think are the two toughest. Couple things before we get out of here. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit that follow button. You'll know every time we go live. MBL live broadcast throughout the year. BTF, all that stuff, live here on Twitch. So just make sure that you
I got one question.
Yeah.
So fantasy football is coming up. I got a draft coming up.
Yeah.
I lost to JB in the finals. This is MBL fantasy football, meaning fantasy football that takes place within the realm of the statistics that we get from our guys here in the league, right? This is an NFL. I got second place last time I played. JB beat me in the finals. Who do you say is now, based on their owner now, maybe a player that you think, okay, these guys are going to go to top 5, top 3. Like who jumped up a lot now based on ownership, you think, that I should probably take if I get one of the top picks?
I mean, I think if I'm looking at a couple guys, Bijan Robinson. We know what Miller did with Brian Robinson in Washington. Now he gets Bijan in Atlanta. I think that's going to be somebody that's going to be he's going to run the ball. The Robinson connection. Look out for him. Obviously, I mean, any Eagles and Cowboys I think are going to be good.
I think Eagles. I think Hurts and AJ Brown going to be top, right? Bananas with Bryce Young in Carolina.
Who's the fastest person on the Colts that Fast can throw a crosser to?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
No, there's somebody that goes off the top of their head.
Isn't Josh Downs gone or something?
Oh, it's Pittman is the best, but he's not the fastest. They don't really have much speed.
Yeah. All right. Well, skip the calls. Take Richardson. I think Fats can get plenty of scrambles with Mitchell. I would also look Tally in the Jaguars. Look out for Brian Thomas. Some of those rookie wide receivers I think are going to get a lot of it. Look out for Gov with Marvin Harrison. I think is going to be good. Yeah, Poodle with Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah, and I forget Slam's the Chiefs. I mean, remember when Slam was back to Packers and he traded Devontae for Hollywood Brown?
Yeah.
He got a little speedster. He became dangerous. They got that rookie. Well, they do have Hollywood Brown now on their team as well with Rice, but they also have that.
And Xavier Worthy. Yeah, I would look at Xavier Worthy. Out of Texas. I think there's a lot of great picks. NBL Fantasy Football starting
That guy,
up soon.
Worthy, I'm calling it now. If I can get him in the second round, I'm taking him.
All right, so you know who to pick. NBL Fantasy Football starting up. Guys, keep your eye on chat for messages from the admins when we will be kicking things off. A new cycle of the NBL. We're back, baby. Madden NFL 25. It should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun to see how this shakes out. We're going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have fun for yet another cycle here of the Madden Bomber League. For my man, Bomber, I am Nick Mazesco. Stay tuned all year long for NBL Lives here on the NBL Network. It should be a lot of fun. Make sure you keep that follow button smashed so you know when we are live. And we will see you all year long right here on the NBL Network.